A Sattvik actor is free from attachment and acts without attachment to likes and dislikes. Does this mean for an action he does not like, he will do it anyway because it is his obligation, and for an action that he likes, he will not keep on doing it beyond the boundary of his obligation? So short answer here, yes to both. Sattvik actor means it's not coming from likes and dislikes. Well, if it's not being done from likes and dislikes, then where's it coming from? Exactly as the question states. Because it's my obligation. If you are a parent, you'll know all about this. Every day is filled with actions that you'd perhaps prefer not to do. Then why are you doing them? The Sattvik answer, or the ideal answer, is because it is my obligation. I don't like it, but I do it because it's my obligation. Fairly easy to understand. And the second aspect, if it's an action that the person does like, it's initiated because it's obligation, and it terminates when the obligation is complete. If I take an action beyond necessity, the question is why? Because I wanted to, because I liked it. And we give that same example to help illustrate this. You go to a social event at someone's home, and the host has put their time and effort to create this beautiful dessert. And you're fit and healthy and no problems. And so you take a portion of that dessert as a way of allowing the host's offering to come to completion. Oh, thank you, I'd love a piece of the cake. You eat it, you enjoy it, you like it. It's your obligation to take part. You want a second piece. Is it your obligation to have a second piece? No. You've confirmed the host's desire to be a good host. You've taken part in the communal eating. All of your obligations are now discharged. Will you have a second piece? Well, it depends. If the answer to that is no, then it indicates, even though I like the dessert, even though I like eating it, my obligation is done, so I say no thank you. So yes, for Sattvik action, for Sattvik actor, if I like doing it, I'll continue the action until the obligation is complete. And then cease. And this is exactly what the olive tree talks about. So there were two hermits wanting oil for their lamps. And so the first one took a sapling, put it in the ground, and then asked for rain. Then he asked for sun. Then he asked for frost, and it died. He looks to his friend in another cell and says, "You've got an olive tree. How did this happen?" The second hermit states it beautifully. "I entrusted to its God my little tree. He who made knew what it needed better than a man like me." So now the second hermit didn't do nothing. The second hermit did plant the olive tree, the sapling, and then recognized that was the end of his obligations and left the rest up to nature. This is Sattvik action. We do what we ought to do, then we finish, and even if we want to do more, we don't, because we recognize the obligation is complete. Let the action roll on, let the effect come to fruition.